Welcome back to the Exit Rich podcast. I'm sitting with Nate Link from Altoona, Pennsylvania. Most of you are going to say, where the hell is that? I'm still trying to figure it out, but I've been there. But Nate has an incredible story. He had a small little roofing company. I actually met you through wrestling, I think, right? Or through a mutual friend.
Amazing.
Through Mason, yeah. And we're going to tell the whole story, how now your company's going to do about $20 million this year. And it wasn't easy. It wasn't, Nate.
No. No.
Nate, tell everybody who you are real fast and about Altoona. Let's give them a little rundown on Altoona.
Nathan Link, born and raised in Crescent, Pennsylvania, which is even smaller than Altoona. Now I live in Duncansville, and yeah, we have a roofing business. Now we're playing at Roof in Altoona.
So you had Link Roofing, was doing about, I think, if I remember correctly, about like 1 million, 1.5 million, something like that, correct?
Yeah, I think whenever I came to see you, we were right at 1.3.
1.3 million.
June, something like that. So.
And you met me through Mason. He's one of my very good friends.
Yep.
That I met through wrestling. Boy, he actually cold called me through fucking Instagram and about business. And then he's like, at the very end, he's like, I coach at Malvern. Then we just went from there. So we talked, we connected. You came down to meet me. No, I had no clue. Maisie just said, hey, meet this guy. He's a friend of mine. I had no clue where it was going. I was just making a deal with Planet Roof at that time, if you remember. I was just closing on that.
Yep.
And I saw you, and you were like, well, I just want to build my business and sell it one day and continue to work. I just want money that I can secure my family with.
Yeah. 100%.
Like, and nothing crazy. You're like, I'll take 1 million, 2 million, 3 million. Like, it's just life-changing money to get that kind of cash, and then I can continue to work. Like, that was our conversation, right?
Yep.
And I was like, yo, Nate, I was like, I could easily make that happen. I got this thing going on at Planet Roof. And do you remember when I put you guys all in the room together for the first time?
I mean, Mason called me, and it was asking me about roofing, and how it was, like, lucrative GPs, like, all that stuff, and how we were doing. Because
he's a curious guy.
Yeah.
He's a curious guy.
About maybe, like, partnering, out here in Bucks County or something.
Yeah, he came to me with some guy, Eric, who's a really nice guy, and they wanted to partner up in Lehigh, but I said, it just didn't work out.
Yeah. So I know that didn't work out, but it worked out for me. Oh. I had actually watched your interview with Dimitri probably a month before Mason called me, and he had said Lance Bachmann. I'm like, I think he just did a interview with Dimitri Lipinski, because I've been following him for years. Like, that's how I kind of did my business, following his plan. And then Mason and I talked for like maybe an hour on the phone. I called him back the next day. I was like, how do I get in touch with Lance? So he's like, let me make a call. He called you and said, like, when can Nate come down? So I got a flight, I think, the next week, came to the office, talked to Mike for 45 minutes, met Bill, and then I waited around for you for like an hour, and I'm just like sitting there, like, kind of nervous, like, meet this guy. And yeah, you gave me like 3 hours that day, and we just hit it off.
What were you thinking, like, when we talked about, because people don't realize, like, I think most people listen to this podcast now, they know I don't buy companies at this point. Like, I think they understand I partner with companies. I come in, take 50%.
Yep.
Like, there's a lot of trust both ways. Like, there's a lot. Can you talk about that feeling of, you just had a brand new baby? Mm-hmm. Your wife was pregnant, I think, actually, at the time, if I'm correct, right?
Correct.
Yeah. And, like, she's from the Middle East, right?
Yep.
So, she's a tough cookie, right? No, I love Middle East pizza, but they're tough, right?
Yeah.
Like, what's she thinking when you come home and say, I'm going to partner with this guy, and I'm going to get 50% of my company, and we're going to just grow? What's going through her mind, your mind? Like, talk about that.
I mean, we trust each other, right? Like, I kind of gave her the rundown of, like, how the industry is going. Companies are partnering together. Like, we don't know how long, like, what's going to happen within the space. Like, here's something that this guy is doing. He's going to change the game. I was like, I believe in him. He's already done it with, multiple companies exited. He's doing it right now in Philly. I saw their numbers. Like, she's like, I trust you. So
what were you thinking? You had to be nervous. It's like going to the state finals. You're a good wrestler. Did you ever win states, by the way?
8th grade, but I don't think that counts.
No, it don't count, baby.
I mean, you're second my senior year.
So you're going to the final. Well, you definitely thought you were going to win the match.
Yeah.
Like, so here you're going in saying, I'm going to do this, but you still have to be nervous. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, I think I was nervous because now I'm not the one in control. Like, you were straight up from the beginning. I'm in total control. You know, this is how this is going to play out. If you do what I say and, you know, we run the playbook, this thing is going to grow. And
I actually told you your lawyers are going to tell you not to sign the paperwork. Did I not?
yeah, 100%.
I said they'd be crazy not to.
Yeah.
Right?
He said, I don't think I've had anybody lawyer tell them not to sign it, you know?
No, to sign it.
To sign, yeah.
Yeah, like, but
Yeah.
like, because I'm like, guys, like, this is real business. Like, we got to move. And it wasn't easy at first, was it? Like, just talk about what it's like to take two different companies, roll them up into one, the personalities, what people think is right, what things should be sold for. I just talk about the whole process, like what it was like for the first 90. Because I told you we were going to want to quit. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
It was going to be painful. Like, just tell the truth of like this is no bullshit. This is what it's like if you're going to go to build something.
I don't know if it was you, Mike, Bill, probably all three of you, like, said, like, this is gonna be a rodeo, like, hold on as tight as you can, and, that's, you know, that's definitely the truth, like, running a small business the way that I was doing it, yes, we were profitable, but it was just me and my brother and, you know, running two subcontracting crews. Like, now we have 20 plus office, you know, people with sales office, like, canvassers, multiple vehicles, like, what do we have, 30 vehicles within our
There's like
fleet?
40 some people at Planet Roof now.
It's night and day, so it's, like, going at a steady pace to just, like, you know, out the gun, you know, like a bullet out the gun, like, you're just going a million miles an hour.
You're going to do 20 million this year. We always started a year ago. You know that, right?
Yeah.
A year ago this summer. Like, we're in August.
Yep. I was in the training class July.
You're in the training class in July.
Yeah.
If I'd have told you you're going to do 20 million next year, would you have been like, dude, what are you smoking?
Yeah. I mean, I think you did say, like, you know, because at first we were just, we were going to rebrand as Planet, Pittsburgh, Altoona. You know, our game plan was, you know, trying to get Altoona to 5-6 million.
Mhm.
Pittsburgh would be the bigger market. And then, you know, you brought us all in and said, hey, we got to join forces, you know? So it was not easy, sacrifice a lot, right?
Yeah, you were driving with your wife pregnant. Like, this just goes to show you his character. Like, you didn't want to be the sales leader, but you were, I don't want to say the tallest midget at the midget party, but you were our best option, right? And you were like, I don't want to do this. And I was like, Nate, do you remember this conversation?
Yeah.
I was like, Nate, you got to do this with the survival of our company, because if not, like, and I love Travis and Adam, they're great guys, but it's just saying, I believe they'd be actually great sales leaders today compared to a year ago where they were just not ready for that. It takes a lot to do that role.
That's a lot.
Because you're really just sacrificing for your people when you're a true leader.
Yep.
Can you talk about what it was like to have to go be a sales leader, take over Pittsburgh, traveling back and forth? And like, now we're putting out ServiceTitan, we're going away from all insurance. You know how I feel about insurance. We won't do a fucking insurance job. Can you talk about it?
I mean, with Adam and Travis, they were, you know, mostly insurance. We had a bunch of, you know, jobs rolling over from that. I don't know, $200,000-$300,000 worth of work, but then you're continuously chasing your tail to try to collect that money. So there's no money coming in.
We were actually, the money was actually being sucked out of the back, and we were getting destroyed.
Losing money. But yeah, just driving from Altoona to Pittsburgh, you know, to try to run the team, it was a lot. You know, I think we had maybe 5 or 6 guys at that time, sales, you know, and everything's new. Like, we're trying to get new GMBs up and, you know, the marketing and billboards and
vehicle,
like canvassing team. Like, where are they going to go canvass? How are we doing all this? My vehicle still wasn't wrapped. Like, do we have the money to do that? Like, it's just like, there's so many like revolving doors, you know, without the team that you put together to like actually keep it running. Like, I wouldn't have been able to do what we've done, obviously, without you guys. So
it's not even, I think it's a team effort, right? Like, great. I'm fortunate at LB Capital. We have a great leadership team. We have people that have done it now. We've done it multiple times. We understand it. But you need to be, I always compare this to like wrestling. If you want to be an elite wrestler, you got to go through the sacrifice, through the suffering to succeed. Because whenever I meet anyone at any level that's, say, champ, second, third, fourth, whatever, anyone in the state of Pennsylvania, it's hit the fucking podium. Hey everyone, thank you for joining us today. I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors, ServiceTitan and Rilla, our technology of choice to helping us scale and grow our business and making sure all of our viewers have the technology to scale their business so when they want to sell it, they're able to. I know you sacrificed to get there. Impossible not to.
Yeah.
I mean, you read that, right?
Yeah.
Business, same thing. You were sacrificing. And then let's just talk about this pivotal moment because you and Adam and Travis all didn't see eye to eye at all at first. And you're I don't want to use the word conservative. Fuck it. You're conservative. You're very conservative.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever even had a drink, have you?
Yeah. I mean, I quit drinking, but.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
but like you just are everything, you're like me. Everything's very black and white. There is no gray. It's very black. Would you agree to that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything's black and white.
Yeah.
They're more the gray guys, right?
Yeah.
Right. And it makes a lot of conflict. And do you remember what happened down in Marco Island? Do you remember?
I forget.
Tell everybody what happened. Because people think it's easy building these companies. Don't realize business is tough.
Yeah, I mean, we've had tough conversations, but after the conference, Lane's like, I need to talk to you guys, and he sat us down on a bench
right outside,
right up whatever it was by the harbor or wherever we were, and
I got 50 people waiting for dinner. Do you remember?
He just came in like, I gotta talk to you guys. Let's go. And we're all just like walking. Nobody's saying anything. Bill's not looking at us. Mike's not looking at us. And like, hey guys, we got to get our shit together. Like, you guys got to get together. You guys got to get on the same page. You guys got to go to dinner. You just pulled money out of your pocket. You're like, gave us whatever, $400 or $500. He's like, dinner's on me. Next week, you guys are all getting together. Meet somewhere in between. Pittsburgh, I don't give a shit. You guys take your families, and we broke bread together, and I think ever since that point, things have. I mean, it's obviously ups and downs, but it's not like this anymore.
Yeah,
it's just
I mean, it was because I always say to people, if you truly spend meaningful time together, sometimes you'll come out with a meaningful outcome. Meaning, you'll probably find something you like about someone.
Yeah,
right, like. It probably helped that Travis's kids wrestled, so you have that, like, just natural things. You're a good dad, they're good dads, right? So you're like, all right, like, you guys might be a little bit chaotic. I'm very black and white, but I see the good in you.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
100%.
Now let's go through, because there's a ripple effect of that where I think you were just like, Jesus Lord, I knew something was wrong, and for whatever reason. I think people connect differently, but me and you have had a connection from the time we met. We get along. We enjoy each other's company. I don't look at you as a son because I'd be disrespectful, but I definitely look at you as, I really believe you can be whatever you want to be. You have all the attributes. I've said that to you from day one, yes or no?
Yes.
Like, you just, yeah, you have it, right? And when you have that fucking factor, I see it in people. I believe it'll. But you were ready to quit. Like, you were fucking checked out. You were done. And that was probably about 6 months ago, 7 months ago. Like, you were done. It was during wrestling season. You know I don't leave my house during wrestling season.
Yeah.
And I called you up and I said, come to my place. I was trying to get you to get to my place and you were just checked out. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
I said, I'm going to come out with Bill and I just want to talk to you. Tell me what's like going through your head, like the mental spot. Because I want people to hear the truth of what it takes to build a $20 million company in 1 year.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I think I was listening to a podcast and someone said I wouldn't wish entrepreneurship on my worst enemies because it's fucking tough. And like the stress that we maybe put ourselves under, maybe I put a little bit too much pressure on myself, but like to produce, but like just the driving back and forth from Pittsburgh to, Altoona and managing things, like I was the only one in the office in Altoona, everybody else was in Pittsburgh, and then AR, like collecting money. What are the crews doing? Are the jobs messed up? Like you're juggling all of this stuff. And I was just like, I just fucking want out. Like I'm done. Like I'm checked out. And I called you. I was like, I just dropped it on you. Like and you're like, what? Fucking meeting you like when? And
I drove out. I was doing wrestling.
Yeah. We met up and I talked to you and Bill for, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours in that hotel lobby, and I'm glad that you guys talked me off jumping off the ledge because everything that you've said has come to fruition now. We're on pace, to where you wanted to be at, and I mean, we just hit what 2.4 something
2.5 million last
in
month.
revenue.
Like,
Yeah.
come on, like that's not even sales. It's revenue. Install
More than what I was
revenue.
gonna do in 1 year, in 1 month.
I know, but do you know why I drove out there, Nate? Because I told you Planet was
You
going
didn't
to
want
be,
me to make a decision that I was gonna regret for the rest of my life.
and that's why I drove out there. And that's what, and I said to you all the time, like, if you truly care about people, you don't let them fail. Like, you don't let them fail. Like, I couldn't have stopped you. I told you,
Yeah.
I actually said to you, Planet's going to be fine. It's going to sell. We're going to hit our numbers. I said, but you're going to look back on this and your two brothers that are invested in this, that have life-changing money coming to them when it sells. I said, they're all going to say, what the fuck did we do? Because they follow you.
Yeah.
Because everyone, listen, let's be honest. They could say they were going to stay, but they weren't staying because they follow you. They look up to you.
Yeah.
Do you remember me saying, there's a price to being the leader of your family?
Yep.
Like, but you stayed.
Mhm.
And then 7 months later now it's been, and we're doing 20 million. We're running at net 20. You made more money this year probably than ever in your life. Is that correct?
Yeah.
I mean,
We're on the runway.
and 7 months ago, you're ready to quit. I mean, and that's what I say to people, like, you got to look past what's happening now. You know, I'm going through, and I'll tell you about it, like, just, with something personal going on. I'll tell you more on here, but I said, I heard this, and like, God comes to you in mysterious ways, right? I just truly believe that, right? Like, God does come to you in the most fucked up ways. Like, if you believe in faith, right?
Mhm.
So the other day, I get hit with this crazy news I'll tell you about, and I'm like, this is just absolutely lunacy at this point in my life. Like, I'm just dealing with complete fucking idiots that are involved with my children's life at some point. Like, that's what I'm thinking, right? I said to my wife, was like, we gotta make change. And someone said to me, like, this is the worst possible thing that could happen. Well, first of all, my kids are healthy. But I just go to the bathroom, I sit on the toilet, I open up TikTok or Instagram, one of these things, right? Just what I do on the toilet sometimes, right? I answer my text messages.
Yeah.
But at this moment, I was just disgusted because I just found this thing out, right? And I never heard it before, but it was one of the best things I ever heard. It was a Chinese proverb, the guy said. Do you know what the Chinese proverb is?
No.
So, and it goes like this. It goes, the guy that runs this village, his horse runs away. And someone goes, that sucks, your horse ran away. And he goes, maybe. The next day, the horse shows up with 6 other horses he brought back. And the same guy goes to the head of the village. That's amazing. The horse came back with 6 horses for you, studs. That's incredible. He goes, maybe. The next day, the head of the village's son goes out to ride the horse, and the other horse kicks him and breaks his leg and tramples his leg. The guy goes, that sucks. This is terrible. I mean, what are we going to do about these horses? It's just a terrible situation. And the chief goes, maybe. Right? So on the 4th day, the village now goes into war, and the people come to get all fighting age males. Well, now his son is cast up and can't fight. And the same guy goes to the head of the village, goes, it's amazing. Your son just saved his life, just got out of the draft for the war. And the guy goes, maybe we have to see how my son's life turns out to see if all these events is what it transpires to make it great or bad. And then I thought about that. I was like, wow, like what people think is bad today could be great tomorrow. And I was just going through a moment. And that's why I drove out to you, because I knew if you could just grind through the next year, because you like roofing, you like selling roofs, you enjoy the space. Like, you never said to me, like, you like making homeowners happy.
Yep.
You were just in a bad spot. And your mindset, even this morning, I tapped on your mind, right? I went like that to you, right? You were saying, I'm in a way better spot. I'm like, that mind's a powerful thing.
It is, yeah.
Talk about how the roofing industry is changing, like, and why you have to charge. You can't charge 300 a square, 400. I think you used to charge 400, 300 a square, correct?
I mean, when I first started, yeah, when I was knocking doors, I was just trying to get my foot into the door. And then, you realize that you can't put up billboards. You can't advertise online at charging $400. So
You can't even pay people.
no, you can't even like bring anything on. So Yeah, I think I showed you, like, my spreadsheet too, like, I wasn't,
You were the most organized out of anyone I ever partnered with that actually knew his numbers. Like, you had it written
yeah,
down to the
I
tick
had everything broken down,
in
material
Excel.
dump, yeah.
You remember? I was like, "Is this fucking joke?"
I had, like,
Remember?
read
Yeah.
and, like, how did I do on this job? Was this profitable? And, I wanted to be around 30-40% because I knew that I could put up more billboards and, get my name out there more. But, I mean, within the roofing community, it's just it's sad to see, like, what's out there because we truly are replacing roofs that are 1, 2, 5, 10 years old just because of installation errors and just lack of knowledge and not actually having the homeowner's, best interests.
Well, because this is why people get away with it. You open up shop, you go do but this I blame the owner on not being
Mhm.
rude 90% of the time because they wanna go with the cheapest person or whatever, and they don't go with the mid because 'cause we're not the highest by
Mhm.
ever, we're the mid, right?
Yeah,
So in all the markets I'm in, we're the mid, right? So you don't go with the mid, you don't go with a real company, what do you expect?
yeah. And then when they call them, they're not there.
You're out of business,
"Hey,
or they
can you
don't come
come
back.
repair my roof?" "Okay, well, how old's your roof?" "2 years old." Well, what happened to the last roofer? Don't you have a warranty?" "No, he won't answer his phone. I can't get a hold of him. We haven't seen his trucks around." "Well, that's because you paid $400 square and didn't actually go with someone who stood behind their work."
Well, you never even saw their truck. You saw because they weren't wrapped. They wouldn't have billboards. They didn't have reviews. It's real simple. I say this to everyone. Why would my relationship with you be any different than the relationship I have with these 20 people over here? Unless you do something to cause that relationship.
Mhm.
And I said this to someone, right? I said, you want to see the character of somebody, a man, and you want to know what loyalty is? Show me how he treats his ex-wife after she brings nothing to the table for him. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How you when I meet a man that treats his ex-wife, the mother of his children, he still takes care of her, he still pays her bills, he still makes sure she's okay. I know that's a man of good character. Whether she cheated on him, whether it don't matter why. It's over. People are like, well, she cheated on me. I'm like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? Well, clearly she wasn't happy or she wouldn't have cheated on you. Right?
I guess everybody has their own reasons why, right? But
Well, I mean, just think about that. But you have 2 children with your wife. If you don't take care of her,
yeah,
you damn sure ain't gonna take care of me in your relationship if we break up.
no.
Like, if you think about that,
Everything starts at home, right? Like how you raise your kids, how you treat your wife, like what does the family dynamic look like?
it all goes downhill from there. Like I said to people, and like some people argue, like, "What happened if she cheated on you? What happened?" None of that stuff matters. All those whys are just an excuse to give you a reason to be a shitty person. In my opinion, like that's just
Yeah.
my opinion. Like I don't care, you know. So the same thing comes in business when you're partnering with people. Just look how they treat other people, and like that's where I looked at you, I looked at Travis, I looked at Adam. I was like, these are 3 good men, and watch, there's going to be lightning in the bottle. And you guys are Mun's Junior. Like think about it. Like you're Mun's light.
Mhm.
Like Mun's light. Think about that. Like you never thought you'd be sitting here at 20 million.
No. Mm-mm. I didn't have that vision. You had the vision, right? Like you created that vision for us and put it into place, and here we are today. We just help facilitate, on the back end.
Well, you guys are a big driving piece of it. I believe that. Talk to me about how financing is so important because you didn't finance a lot of jobs. Talk about, is financing important in the roofing space?
Yeah, I got into it a little bit uh right before I partnered with you. I had, a financing, you know, agency that helped out, but I mean the cost of materials, labor, like everything's going up. Not a lot of homeowners have $20,000-$30,000 sitting aside to pay for a roof, right? So if you do want to have a reputable company that's going to do the work, stand behind it, having a financial backing like Goodleap or uh, Green Sky, who we use, um, it's going to help you with sales, but also help the homeowners be able to afford what you're offering them, a product that you're going to stand behind. So it's a big part of what we do.
Here's a question for you. How does Excel compete against ServiceTitan? I'm just asking a straight up question.
Yeah.
Could you run a $20 million
No.
company on your Excel sheets?
No, I talk to other business owners like they're still on paper or they're still doing Excel or like Google shared documents. Like, wait, your company does how much and they're still on freaking paper? Like, I was just talking to one of my sales reps in Altoona, and he said that his previous company that he worked for was still paper filing cabinets, and they were like a $5 million security company. Like, what? How? When somebody calls, their name doesn't pop up. Like, ServiceTitan's great because when someone calls and they're already in the system, their name pops up. You can greet them, hey, Lance, this is Jackie or this is Nate from Planet Root. You already have all their information, all the notes, but I mean, doing 1.3 million versus 20 million, the Excel spreadsheet's not going to work.
What was the biggest challenge probably adjusting to your new life over the last year?
That's a good question. I think just adapting to, probably a couple of things. Like, one, I'm not in charge anymore, right? Like, I do have a say in some things and we talk about it, but like, my way isn't always the highway. So, not in control. And then also just like, the family dynamic. My wife was pregnant. We had some,
Complications?
yeah, complications that the doctor was like giving us. So that was always kind of in the back of my mind, struggling with that, like time away from family. But, yeah, you're just you sacrifice a lot of time away from your family. But at the end of the day, you're trying to provide them with a better life and put them in a better financial situation for the future. And my wife and I are both on board for that. And, yeah, I thank you publicly for the opportunity and giving me the chance to join LB Capital and then do that for my family. So,
What would you say to people? Because like I'm the only person truly doing it in the space, in the roofing space, that's actually done it. Like, I'm not a private equity firm. Other people say they're out there rolling up companies. They've never had any success with it. No one's ever partnered with companies and doing what I'm doing. Like, why do you think that is? I mean, like straight up, like, why do you think that is?
I just don't think probably people have the balls like you do. Like, seriously, like you believe in yourself and you believe in what, uh, the team that you can put together, and you know that you're gonna succeed no matter what. Like, I just feel like other people are just out there to, like, say I can do this and that, but they're not willing to actually put their name and their money on the line, at the end of the day. Like, it's just kinda like bullshit coming out of their mouth, like just fake gurus out there.
There's a lot of them out there, ain't there?
A lot.
A lot of smoke and mirrors, man.
Nobody will
Jesus
show
Christ.
you numbers. Nobody will give you, like, any information on, like, what they actually did. What does your bottom line actually look like? And if it's dog shit, you're gonna hide that, right?
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, that's why I'm glad you guys you get a P&L every month, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you get a P&L. How's your P&L look?
Looks really freaking good.
Thank you for being here, brother. I appreciate it.
Thanks.